Let's go over a sitting hip flexion with adduction. So what Justin's looking to do is he's just using his hands for a little bit of support. He can point the fingers forward or to the side, it doesn't really matter. He's trying to keep the chest up as much as possible here. So he's looking to basically like puff out his chest. From here, all he's looking to do to start off the movement is lifting up one leg as much as possible. So this is our hip flexion portion of the movement. Point the toes in towards the body here, just to get a little bit more tib. So keeping the knee totally straight as we do this here. And then from here, all we're looking to do is we're gonna go into some hip abduction or opening up the hip. So it's gonna turn from that little bit of like the front of the hip working hard here into more of the glute working. So he's in that hip abduction, then he's gonna touch back down into the floor. He can even drive the leg down into the floor to get a little bit more hamstring, keeping the knee straight here still. And then from there, lifting back up and then back to the center and then back down. And we'll go for repetitions of this. This is our sitting hip flexion with adduction. Let's go over a 90-90 position. So in the 90-90 position, we're looking to open up the hips, right? So our front leg here is going to be an external rotation. Our back hip is going to be an internal rotation. Just the way you set it up, think about making a box shape with your legs here on the front. So if you take a look at Justin's front leg and then back leg, it's making a nice box shape. So from here, all he's looking to do is we can enhance the stretch by going into a pigeon pose. So he can keep his hand down to start here, so his right hand can stay down and his left hand if necessary. He's gonna fold forward as much as possible, getting a nice stretch there in his piriformis and his glute. From there, after a minute hold or so, he's gonna go ahead and come up. And then we're gonna go into hamstring variation, which is when he extends his front leg. The wider you can take that leg, so if you can, Justin, you can always take the leg out further out to the right. He's gonna feel a deeper stretch in his back hip and in his hamstring, and then he's gonna try to fold over as much as possible. Let's say you're not as flexible as Justin. All you can do is just bring the leg to your left side here, Justin. So bringing it closer towards your back leg. The less steep the angle is, the easier it becomes, and then he can do the same thing. And then over time, he'll just take away the hands to make this more difficult as well. Now your core has to stabilize a bit more, and then you should feel a deeper stretch in the hamstring. Those are 90-90 with variations. These are our 90-90 switches. So we're starting at a 90-90 position here, once again creating that box shape. And then all we're looking to do, first by using the hands here, so he's gonna keep his right hand and his left hand down on the floor. He's just gonna look to switch back and forth in his 90-90 position. Nice, and all you're doing is you're turning from external rotation from the front leg into an internally rotated position once it becomes the back leg there. And then as this becomes easier, he can take away his hands here, and then it should become much easier. These are 90-90 switches.